Hey y'all, I hope that you're doing well today or tonight. Tonight's video is going to focus primarily on some stubble sounds. I had received a comment earlier today, I believe, perhaps yesterday. I can't quite remember. But one of y'all had particularly requested a video with more stubble sounds, as well as dimmer lighting. So, I thought I would oblige their requests, and so I'll be doing just that. I don't know how much of a difference the lighting will make. I've got it set much dimmer than I normally do. But I don't usually see those effects until I'm editing them in post. So, who knows if it looks any different on your end. But anyhow, I figured I would try. Another thing that I had gotten from a viewer, they had reached out to me and had mentioned something that has been brought up a few times in the past, and something that I personally have mulled over for really since I begun this channel. They had basically mentioned that it's a little hard to distinguish between my videos because the titles are very vague and don't really give away what's in the video, and it can be hard to go back and find some of his favorite, or him or her, I don't know, but their favorite videos of mine. And that is something that I am very much aware of, and the reason that my titles are so vague and simple is because I frankly don't really know how to title them otherwise. I talk about so many different things in one video that it's hard to kind of come up with something that's not clickbaity. And what I mean by that is, let's say I talk about a video, let's say in a video I talk about video games, piano, and bird watching. I don't bird watch, but it's just an example. That's a lot to put into one title. So what I would do is choose one topic and put that in the title. And then let's say you come along and you see, oh, this video is about bird watching, but I don't start speaking about bird watching until 20 minutes into the video. I don't want to falsely lure folks in to watch. The other reason was I kind of wanted my videos to just give off a conversation with a friend kind of vibe. Where nothing in particular is being spoken of. It's just kind of shooting the breeze, me and you. So I wanted more cozy and inviting titles. I basically just say, hey, come hang out for a little while. Relax, But with how often I post, which is every single day, I very, very quickly created a large backlog of videos. I believe I'm around 100 at the moment, which is crazy. Considering it's only been 3 or so months. But now that I've got so many videos, it's certainly become an issue going through 100 videos with very, very similar titles and thumbnails is difficult, most certainly. So I'm going to be switching things up. I'm going to try and still incorporate that cozy kind of inviting title, because I do want these videos to, first and foremost, just feel like a good old chat with a friend. So I'm gonna keep that kind of cozy, inviting title. But from here on out, I am going to include some video specifics into the title as well. I'm not going to tell you that this is exactly what tonight's title is going to be, because I tend to brainstorm them after I'm done editing. But, for example, tonight's video will probably be something along the lines of, come relax for a while, and then there'll be like an emoji or something, and almost said scuttle, like scuttle crab from League of Legends, but stubble, scratching, and and then a topic or something like that. That way differentiate between everything a bit more. As far as thumbnails go, that one's a bit more complicated, I'll admit. Thumbnail editing can take quite a bit of time with more complicated ones. And with my daily schedule, that's not really a possibility. I just don't have that much time. But I could certainly mix it up somewhat. This sounds silly. I'll be very honest with y'all. I'm not going to hide the truth from you. But a big reason that my thumbnails are just me smiling at the camera is that that's just kind of what I'm comfortable with. It feels very awkward and insincere to pose in front of the camera for the thumbnails, which I know is ridiculous. I know that it's I know that's a silly thing. Maybe I'll try to mix it up a bit tonight, but I don't want to be like that. A great example, and there's nothing wrong with this style. Okay, let me make that clear. I have nothing against other YouTubers who do this. Not just ASM artists, but just YouTubers in general. If you were ever around for, like, old Call of Duty montages, it was always that rainbow background and then, like, just someone, like, with their hands on their face and they're, like, making a shocked face. And it's just that pasted on a background and then, whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. Again, it suits those creators very well for the most part. That kind of thing doesn't really suit my personality and style. So making false emotions appear on my face to get a good thumbnail is just kind of a strange concept for me. I'm not against it if that's something that y'all would like. I will do my best for y'all. But that's kind of my thought process for it. But I will certainly put more of an effort in from here on out to make videos easier to differentiate between, because I do have some go-to ASMR videos, and it's very easy for me to find them because of the thumbnail and title. So so I know exactly what to search up and look for. You can't really do that with my videos, which is not good. I understand, so I am going to make an effort for y'all. Rest assured. I'm still kind of learning, and figuring this whole thing out. Again, I really just started this channel on a complete whim one day, and I didn't really expect to get this far with it. I had honestly planned to just make one video and then that would be it, but here I am now, 3.5 or so months later, with 10,000 wonderful people who watch my videos and kind of have me as a part of their daily routine. So I do want to continue to improve for y'all and just make the best. Excuse me. I had to burp for a second, it went away, but make the best videos I can, because y'all deserve that from me, for all the kindness you've shown me. It's the least I can do. So bear with me. I believe I've mentioned this in a previous video. Maybe not. I can't quite remember. I talk about so much. But I do have kind of an upgrade that I have in mind. Well, multiple upgrades that I'm hopefully going to be able to implement in the next few months or so. I plan to have a more traditional ASMR setup where there will be 2 microphones, one on the left and one on the right, so I can kind of give you the surround sound experience. But that requires a new audio interface that has 2 XLR inputs as opposed to my 1. New microphones, of course. And then I need to get, just because of the space that I'm working with where I record, I need to get desk mounted microphone stands, and the particular ones I'm looking at are really cool. They've got like built-in cable management, and most importantly, they're long enough to maneuver where I would need them to record these videos. So I'm not gonna say these upgrades are coming anytime soon. It's gonna be a few months at least, unless, if I suddenly blow up, and then maybe it'll be sooner, but I think it's a safe bet to say a few months, and it might not. I might kind of implement these upgrades slowly, getting one piece at a time and kind of going from there. Completely switching topics now. I said one piece at a time, and that reminded me of One Piece, the series. I don't know how many of you have seen or read One Piece before, but I personally am a massive fan. I'm not fully caught up anymore. I've read until the end of Eggman Island, but past that, I haven't. But they recently announced a remake of the earlier arcs of the anime, and I am so excited for that. For those of you who haven't heard the story, when I was in high school, I started watching One Piece, and I would watch 2 episodes every morning before I went to school. So it was a huge part of my daily routine and of my life in general. I mean, it's a massive part of my life, and I have 105 volumes of One Piece sitting on the wall right behind you. And yeah, I mean, I grew up watching the anime, and I cannot wait to rewatch it with the new animation style. And the biggest thing that I'm really excited about is that the pacing is going to be fixed in it. I believe they're completely cutting all of the filler arcs out, which is a big plus. There was a few that were entertaining, but they really didn't. I don't know. I didn't think they were the best, personally. But then, not just the filler, the actual pacing of the episodes is going to be fixed, which was a pretty big issue in the anime, especially, my god, Cake Island arc, sorry, not even that, the Dressrosa arc. If you've ever seen the Dressrosa arc, it is just like to do this thing where they keep showing the same frame, just from different angles. And I kind of like it. I think it's fun, but it does get to a point where they're just padding for time, and you're like, God, come on, I want to know what happens next. And I remember too, in like the earlier arcs, like Skypia, I remember you would watch the recap at the start, and that was 3 or 4 minutes. Then the opening, which was 1 or 2. And then they would do like another recap, but slightly shorter. So, and then you had the ending theme, which was another minute or 2. So altogether, the 22 to 24 minute episode, about half of it is stuff you've already seen. It got a little ridiculous at times, I won't lie. And that's not to say it's not worth watching, because it absolutely is. Again, I'm a massive fan, and I can't recommend it enough, but it makes me happy that more people will be able to enjoy it at a much smoother and refined pace. It's just going to be more accessible, and more people are going to be able to enjoy such an amazing story. Yeah, I'm just very excited, and frankly, it gives me a excuse to watch it again. I really am excited for the Orlong Park arc to be refinished. God, I love that arc. Water 7, Skypia. I know a lot of people didn't like Skypia for some reason. I loved it. I thought it was awesome. Just, there's so many great arcs that will be redone, and the Great War arc. Oh shoot, what's it called? Shabandi. That one's gonna be, I've got a lot to look forward to. Anyone who's a fan of One Piece has a lot to look forward to. And if you've been kind of on the fence or interested in watching it but never have, it comes out in February of next year, and that is a great time to pick it up. It's going to be excuse me, it's going to be the best it's ever been, and it's a great time to get into it, so check it out. Anyhow, I think I've blabbed on enough for one evening, so I'm gonna let you all get some rest now. I hope that you have a great rest of your day or night, and that you all stay safe out there. Have a good one, y'all.